Hello everyone. Now that we have learned the basic fundamentals of Python programming language, we are going to learn about the tools that we can use to run our Python program. And it is called as Integrated Development Environment. So what is an integrated development environment? It's a software application that provides comprehensive facility to the programmers for software development. An IDE typically provides you with a code editor wherein you can write your program, you can run your program. It provides you the compiler that converts your source code into the machine code, and you can debug your program using the IDE. Some common features found in IDEs, that is integrated development environment, are it provides you the code editor wherein you write the code, um, which basically test your syntaxes, you complete your code. It also have a compiler or an interpreter, which is nothing but a tool for compiling or interpreting code written in various programming languages. It has a debugger to test your code and fix errors in code by allowing step-by-step execution, breakpoints, and variable inspections. Then it provides you tools for automating the process of compiling, packaging, and deploying software. It also provides tools for controlling the version of your code. Many tools are also directly linked to your GitHub, and it provides project management facilities for organizing and managing projects, including file organization, project templates, and project-wide search. Many IDEs also have extensions and plugins using which you can extend the IDE's functionality with additional tools and features through plugins or extensions. So these are the common features that is being provided or that is being included when you install an IDE. In a layman term, you can consider an IDE as a notebook wherein you can write your notes, you can erase your notes, you can keep your notes, you can show your notes to others, right? So that's an IDE. So here in this video, we're going to see some of the popular IDEs, and we're going to install one of those popular IDE for running our Python program. In the next video, I'm going to show you how you can use that IDE to write a Python program and run a Python program. So some of the most popular integrated development environments that are there, which we commonly use in software development, especially for Python, are IDLE, which we also call it as Python shell. Then we have VS Code, we have Jupyter Notebook, Anaconda Spider. Okay, so depending upon how complex is the application that you're going to develop, you can use the IDE. Well, all the IDEs that I have mentioned, they support the complex software development. But the one that I'm going to show in this video is how to install uh, IDLE. Okay, so we also call it as Python IDLE. So what you have to do is go to python.org, open your browser and type python.org, and it will open this website that you see on my screen. And herein, you hover your mouse over downloads, and it will give you the options for downloading the IDE. So herein, it is giving me an option for downloading this IDE for Windows. If you have Mac or Linux, if you have Mac or Apple's laptop, you go here, you click on Mac OS, okay, and it will give you an option for downloading for Mac OS, okay. I have Windows, so I will click on this option which says download for Windows. Again, if you have Mac, you go to Mac over here, you click here, you download it for Mac OS. If you have other platforms like Linux, then you click over here, okay? So once I click on this download, so for example, I click on the download, okay? You will see that it will download an exe file. Okay. Now, you can choose to open it from here, or you can go to your downloads and open this exe file from there. Okay. So for example, okay, let me open it from here, show in folder. Okay, and it will open it here. So here in my download folder, it's showing it up over here, right? So if I'll double click this, it will start downloading the Python IDLE. Okay, and uh, once the download is pretty simple. Okay, first it will ask you whether you agree to download or whether you agree with the terms and conditions. And you just click on I agree, and then it will give you options. You just click on next to download it. Okay. The download is pretty simple. I have already downloaded it. So let me show you how does it look after your download. Okay, and I would suggest that select the default settings. Okay. Okay. So I'll just open it and see, this is how it looks like. So this is my Python shell. Okay. We call it as IDLE. Okay, we call it as IDLE. Now, you see the fonts are really small. If I want to increase the font, you go to Windows here, and you get options for configuring the fonts. Okay, now if you want to write a program, you go to File, you go to New File, and herein you just write the program. So let's say I want to print help. Okay. Don't worry about the code and the syntaxes for now. We are going to see in the further modules how to write the code. Okay, so I wrote the code over here. And now what I do is I will save it. Okay, so I go to File, I go to Save As. And generally what is recommended is you do not save it in this default directory, default path. Okay, because moving on, your shell is going to collapse or perish. So, or it is going to crash. So it is recommended that you do not save your program over here. What you should do is create a directory. Okay, so for example, I go to desktop and I'll right click on it. I'll say new. I'll create a folder here and I'll name it as Python programs. Okay, and just open that. Okay, double click. And herein you write the file name. Okay, so I'll write the file name as demo1, okay, which stands for demonstration1, or you can name it as program1, and I'll say save. Okay, now the way you run your program is you go to run, and either you type F5 or just say run module, and see it will run it over here. Okay, now see, this is a different window. Okay, so let me show you side by side. So this is one window wherein you see the code, wherein you see the program. This is another window wherein you write the program. Okay, so for example, let me just write another line of code here. So I'll say print welcome to Python programming language. Okay, and let's say run. And when you click on run, it will ask you to whether you want to save or not, and click on OK. And see here on this window, you will see the program is running. Okay, so in this video, just a quick review of what we have seen in this video. We have seen what does it mean by IDE. We have seen the examples of IDE, and we have seen how to install one of the popular IDE for running the Python program. We've also seen how we can use this IDE to write a Python program and how to run a Python program. So that's all for today's video. In the next video, we're going to learn the data types and variables in Python. Thank you for watching and happy coding.